The Bugatti Type 41, Royale, a dream too grand for its time. Chapter 1. When Dreams Were Measured in Elegance. Picture, the late 1920s. The world's aristocrats and kings didn't just demand automobiles, they demanded rolling palaces. In the golden salons of Europe, Rolls-Royce and Duesenberg represented the finest engineering money could buy. But one man believed the world deserved something greater, something beyond the reach of mere wealth, something that would make even monarchs gasp. That man was Ettore Bugatti. In his workshop in Molsheim, France, a vision took shape. Not just a car, not even just the finest car, but the automobile, a machine so magnificent that only royalty would dare approach it, a vehicle that would embody France's artistic soul and engineering supremacy in every curve, every bolt, every whisper of its engine. This was the moment the Royale was born, not from necessity, but from pure, audacious ambition. Chapter 2. The Hands That Shaped Perfection. Behind every legend stands a visionary consumed by their craft. Ettore Bugatti was that rare artist who saw machinery as sculpture, who believed automobiles should stir the soul as profoundly as any painting hanging in the Louvre. He was a perfectionist, bordering on obsessive. Each line had to flow, each component had to be not just functional, but beautiful. In his small but elite workshop, master craftsmen shaped metal by hand, their skills passed down through generations of French artisans. These weren't factory workers, they were sculptors in steel. His son, Jean, brought a designer's eye to the project. Together, father and son didn't build a car, they composed a symphony in metal, ensuring that every angle, every proportion whispered elegance rather than shouted excess. Their dedication was absolute. Their precision was unmatched, and their creation would be unlike anything the world had ever seen. Chapter 3. When Giants Stumble. Creating majesty is never easy. The Royale stretched over 21 feet long, longer than many boats, yet Bugatti demanded it move with the grace of a dancer. Engineers wrestled with unprecedented challenges. How do you balance such enormous weight without sacrificing elegance? How do you create power befitting a colossus without brutality? Then came the engine, a massive 12.7-liter straight-eight originally designed for aircraft. It was audacious, it was excessive, it was perfect. But perfection takes time, and time, as it turned out, was running out. The year was 1929. As the Royale neared completion, the world changed overnight. The Great Depression crashed across Europe like a tidal wave, sweeping away fortunes and priorities. Suddenly, kings and industrialists who once competed over yachts and estates found themselves clinging to crumbling empires. The market for ultra-luxury automobiles, cars priced higher than mansions, vanished in months. European royalty, the very customers Bugatti built his dream for, could no longer justify such extravagance. His perfect car arrived at the worst possible moment in history. Ettore Bugatti watched his greatest dream collide with economic catastrophe. But he refused to compromise. He refused to cheapen his vision. If the world wasn't ready for the Royale, then the Royale would wait for the world to catch up. Chapter 4. Sculpted Majesty. To see a Bugatti Royale is to understand the difference between manufacturing and artistry. The exterior flows like liquid metal frozen at its most graceful moment. The long, impossibly long hood stretches forward with aristocratic confidence. The sculpted radiator stands tall, a chrome monument to French pride. The flowing fenders curve with such perfect proportion that you forget you're looking at a machine. This is architecture on wheels. Every line serves beauty and purpose in equal measure. The stance is noble, commanding respect without demanding it. When the Royale moved down a street, people didn't just look. They stopped, mouths open, as if witnessing royalty itself. Step inside, and you enter another world. Hand-carved details surround you. The finest leather, sourced from craftsmen who had served French nobility for centuries, wraps you in luxury. Plush seating cradles you. Every switch, every gauge, every surface speaks of meticulous human attention. This wasn't transportation. This was a palace on wheels, a rolling testament to what human hands could create when excellence was the only acceptable standard. Even today, nearly a century later, automotive historians and collectors agree. The Bugatti Type 41 Royale remains one of the most beautiful automobiles ever conceived. Not was, remains. True beauty transcends time. Chapter 5. The Heart of a Gentle Giant. At the soul of the Royale lived something extraordinary. A 12.7-liter straight-8 engine, so massive it dwarfed anything created for road use in the 1930s. Originally conceived for aviation, this mechanical marvel seemed almost absurd in an automobile. Almost. But when that engine came to life, absurdity transformed into poetry. The power was colossal, over 300 horsepower when most cars barely managed 50, yet it delivered that force with balletic smoothness. Despite the Royale's enormous weight, acceleration felt effortless, as if the car simply decided to go faster and physics had no choice but to agree. The sound. Oh, the sound. Not a roar, not a growl. A deep, resonant rumble, slow, confident, aristocratic, like the heartbeat of something ancient and wise. It didn't announce itself loudly, it simply was, and that was enough. The engineering far exceeded anything available at the time. While competitors struggled with reliability, the Royale's engine ran with Swiss watch precision, silent when it needed to be, powerful when called upon, always dignified. Enthusiasts who have heard a Royale engine speak of it in hushed, reverent tones. They describe experiencing not just a car, but witnessing mechanical perfection given voice. Chapter 6. The Masterpiece. America learned to love. Driving the Royale wasn't driving, it was gliding. The suspension absorbed roads like they barely existed. Inside that magnificent cabin, the world outside softened, quieted, became distant. You didn't feel bumps or hear wind. You felt only the serene confidence of a machine perfectly in control. Though built for European royalty, the Royale found its most passionate admirers in an unexpected place: America. As the decades passed and the storm of the Depression receded, American collectors discovered this French masterpiece. They recognized in it something their own automotive industry, for all its innovation, had never quite captured: old-world craftsmanship married to timeless elegance. The Royale became more than an automobile in American museums and private collections. It became a symbol, a reminder that once, before mass production and quarterly profits, craftsmen built things meant to last centuries, not be traded in after 3 years. Collectors didn't just want to own a Royale, they wanted to preserve it, to protect it, to ensure future generations could witness what human ambition and skill could achieve when freed from compromise. Its comfort, even by modern standards, feels majestic. Its size and presence still command attention. A Royale doesn't fade into parking lots, it transforms them into exhibitions. American enthusiasts recognize the truth. The Bugatti Royale wasn't just a car, it was rolling history, a testament to an age when good enough was an insult, and extraordinary was merely the starting point. Chapter 7. When Rarity Becomes Immortality. In the end, Ettore Bugatti built only 6 Type 41 Royales. 6, not 60, not 600. 6. What began as a commercial disappointment transformed into something far more precious. Each surviving Royale became not just rare, but irreplaceable. Museums competed for them. Private collectors guarded them like sacred relics. When one appeared at auction, the world stopped to watch. Today, these 6 machines are valued in the tens of millions of dollars. Some estimates reach beyond $40 million, but their true value transcends money. They represent a moment in history when one man refused to accept limitations, when craftsmanship mattered more than profit, when beauty was pursued for its own sake. The Royale's influence echoes through automotive history. Every luxury car that followed borrowed from Bugatti's vision. Every coach builder who shaped elegant curves owed him a debt. The very idea of automotive royalty, cars that transcend transportation to become art, began with the Type 41. The Royale wasn't just Ettore Bugatti's greatest creation, it was his dream made steel and chrome, a vision of what automobiles could be when built not for markets or shareholders, but for the ages. The world wasn't ready for the Royale in 1929. The timing was wrong. The economy was wrong. Everything was wrong. But time proved something remarkable. The Royale was never meant for its own era. It was built for eternity. Today, nearly a century later, when one of these magnificent machines appears, people still stop, still stare, still feel that same awe the first witnesses felt in 1929. Because true greatness doesn't age, true beauty doesn't fade, true legends never die. The Bugatti Type 41. Royale stands as proof that some dreams are too magnificent to fail. They simply wait for the world to recognize what was created and bow in respect. 6 remain. 6 masterpieces, 6 immortal testaments to human ambition. And every single one still takes our breath away.